Hi, I'm Jenny Sy-Smith, Vice President of Oracle Database Product Management. In this session, I'll be sharing with you what's coming in Oracle Database 23C. This is a release that will accelerate our mission to simplify the development of data-driven apps. A quick reminder of our safe harbor statement. We're still developing many of the features I'll be talking about. And as a result, their functionality may change before general availability of the release. Modern data-driven apps operate on a diverse set of data, including spatial, documents, sensor, transactional. And these data is pulled from multiple different sources, often in real time. And they create value from that data in very different ways from traditional applications. For example, they may use machine learning to make real-time recommendations to customers or detect fraudulent transactions. They may also use graph analytics to identify influencers in a community or use spatial data to track deliveries. Oracle's database development vision is to create the very best database in the industry by making it simple to develop and run modern operational and analytic applications. Everything we build is designed to make this happen. We're delivering on this vision by building a converged database that delivers the industry-leading support for JSON, XML, graph, spatial, text, and relational, and doing this for any type of workload, plus allowing developers to use the development style that suits them. However, we understand that managing databases can be challenging, especially in mission-critical environments. To make this simpler, we're bringing autonomous operations to every aspect of the Oracle database. Processes that were once complex to configure and manage now use machine learning and automation to make them simple. A fully managed service, Oracle Autonomous Database is the easiest way to take advantage of Oracle's converged database engine. It's complete and simple data management. With a standard programming interface for all data types and models via SQL or REST, it's really easy for developers to adopt new technologies without incurring a steep learning curve. With our converged database approach, building a data-driven app can be as simple as adding a SQL statement or a REST call. This way, developers, data scientists, analysts get what they want, a database that lets them easily build the specific project they're working on, and Chief Technology Officers get what they want, easier repurposing of data across the enterprise and simpler operations to sustain this. Using data in more ways means that a single data set can serve more points of use, thereby bring more value. Better yet, Oracle Database can run on your laptop, on high-performance engineered systems, in Oracle's cloud, on other clouds, and even in containers. It's the same database engine that requires the same skill set to run anywhere. While simple to operate, Oracle Autonomous Database is a fully managed cloud service running on Oracle Exadata, a powerful engineered system specifically optimized for Oracle Database, with all of the performance, availability, and security features that's pre-configured and enabled. Oracle Autonomous Database has built-in integration with the full range of Oracle Cloud services that are needed for cloud-native app development. And the same Autonomous Database service is available in public cloud, in customer data centers, via Cloud at Customer, and in multi-cloud configurations. The innovative capabilities of Autonomous Database is recognized by industry analyst firms such as Gartner. In every annual Gartner Cloud DBMS Critical Capabilities Assessment for the past 3 years, Autonomous Database ranked highest for all of the operational use cases and in the top 2 for all of the analytical use cases. Now let's talk about Oracle Database 23C, the next long-term release of Oracle Database. This new release follows our previous long-term support release Oracle Database 19c. While Oracle has always offered the most complete set of features in the industry to ensure the most secure, performant, and highly available database, there's always more that we can do as new data management requirements arise. In Oracle Database 23c, we focused on making it easier for developers to build the next generation of data-driven applications, regardless of development approach or style, while maintaining the same levels of performance and availability that the Oracle database is known for. To help ensure that Oracle Database 23c is our most stable release of the Oracle database, and to give our customers earlier access to this release, we launched the beta program for Oracle Database 23c in October 2022. The beta program allows you to test your application against this new release, ensuring it works as expected. This is also the opportunity for you to try out new database functionality to see how your company could benefit from it. Oracle Database 23c Beta is available on Oracle-based database service in the cloud, as well as via download for on-premises testing. Oracle Linux and Red Hat Linux are the two operating systems that are supported. You can join the beta program by scanning the QR code below. And while looking at the functionality in Oracle Database 23c, it's important to remember that this isn't just about the features that we'll be discussing shortly, but also the features announced in Oracle Database 21c, an innovation release. So when looking at Oracle Database 23c, please remember it's the sum of the functionality in 21c plus 300 new features in 23c. Oracle is commonly regarded as the best database for storing relational data. It's trusted by the world's leading organizations to manage the most critical data. But the Oracle database is more than that. It's the world's only converged database, not only supporting relational, but also semi-structured and unstructured data, all in the same database engine, with all of the data models benefiting from Oracle's industry-leading performance, security, and availability. Better yet, data stored in all of these models can be used without any costly integrations. In 23c, JSON capabilities go beyond what our competition provides. Over the last few years, we've listened to our customers and the issues they face in managing JSON data in a complex enterprise environment. The improvements that we've made in Oracle Database 19c, 21c, and now 23c will enable customers to not only benefit from the flexibility that building applications with JSON offers, but also the benefits that the relational model can provide for data management and analytics, and more importantly, allowing users to continue to benefit from all of Oracle's enterprise-level availability, scalability, and security features. Graph databases offer a new approach to modeling complex applications and relationships that exist in the real world. However, until recently, languages used by developers to navigate these relationships were proprietary and bolted onto each of the databases that store the data. This held back the adoption of this very important technology. The good news is that the industry has come together and worked to ratify these standards. And this means that developers can benefit from the freedom of choice that SQL brings to the relational table and model. And we're confident that these changes will propel graph databases into the heart of the enterprise. And as with JSON, Oracle Database 23c is offering unique capabilities for supporting graph models. While previous Oracle versions of the database have offered graph model support in analytical workloads, in Oracle Database 23c, we're introducing support for the emerging ANSI standard SQL PGQ directly in the database. This, combined with Oracle's leading support for managing highly concurrent and scalable workloads, means that customers can begin to look at using graph models as their single source of truth for operational applications. This change potentially reduces the complexity of applications that have looked to exploit the benefits that graph databases offer, whether it's for fraud detection in banking applications or making recommendations in retail applications. It's impossible to understate the impact that SQL has had on the software industry. It created a standard that freed developers from building code that could only ever be run against a single database. It's a standard, simple to read language that has become universally accepted across the industry and across every type of database, be it key value, document, graph, or relational. Oracle is designed on the principle of SQL first. And because of that, we strive to do SQL better than anyone else. Over the last 40 plus years, we've constantly pushed that what could be achieved using this simple and powerful language from the early days of Oracle, where our SQL leverages Oracle databases' row-level locking and reconsistency capabilities, to more recently, where we use SQL to exploit the power of document and graph data models. We've been the first commercial database to implement numerous SQL standards that make it easier to query large and complex data sets and return results quickly. We optimize SQL execution regardless of whether it's for analytical or operational systems. Technologies like parallel query, real-time materialized views, in-memory columnar store, and many others ensure fast and scalable execution. And SQL is one of the most important programming languages decades after it was first conceived. Today, the Oracle database still runs SQL better than anyone else. In addition to JSON, Graph, and SQL, we also focus on adding developer productivity enhancements when using Oracle Database 23c for microservices, JavaScript, and mid-tier caching. Along with JSON, Graph, just JSON and Graph, Juan Lueza covered these areas at length in his keynote, App Simple, the Future of Data-Centric App Dev. However, he didn't cover SQL enhancements. So let's spend a few minutes on some of them. So it's complex to write apps that need to update or delete data based on data stored in another table. In 23c, this is simple since update or delete statements can include joins with other tables. It's complex to write apps that need the old and new values of data that's being updated. In 23c, this is simple since update statements can return the old and new values for a column. It's complex to write SQL statements that group by and return complicated expressions. Now this is simple by using column aliases or column position numbers inside the group by clause. It's unnecessarily complex to write a complete SQL statement to retrieve the value of an expression from the database. Now, this is simpler using a select without a from clause. It's complex to run multiple SQL statements to operate on multiple rows. And in 23c, this is simple because the values expression can construct multiple rows in a single insert or merge statement. It's also complex to determine when there are genuine errors in scripts that create and drop tables because actual errors are masked by false errors that are returned if tables already exist. Now, this is simple using the if not exist syntax, which will support alter, create, and drop statements. And there's more. It's complex to grant all the privileges developers need to create, debug, and tune apps. It's now simpler to use the new developer role. It's a complex and manual process to map language and JSON Boolean data types to text or number columns in SQL, and now it's simple using the new Boolean data type. It's complex to manage privileges on all the tables, views, and procedures used by an application. Now this is simpler by granting privileges to a schema, and it's much more secure than granting any privileges to users. It's complex to write applications that must use more than 1,000 columns in a table, especially for machine learning and analytic applications. In 23c, this is simple since tables can contain up to 4,096 rows. Now let's take a look at some focus areas to help make DBAs more productive. First, I will highlight some enhancements and new features that automate and improve user and operational experience. Then we'll walk through a few of the new security capabilities. We're adding machine learning to improve the accuracy of real-time statistics. This change allows us to better predict how data will change over time, thus providing better information on which to plan query executions. This reduces the need for those expensive statistic collection jobs and reduces the impact on operational systems. Oracle Database 23c can automatically detect regressions in SQL plans and provide the optimal plan. It'll also automatically intercept errors that may previously have thrown Aura 600 messages and come up with alternative solutions that will return the expected results without any interruption to the application. This feature proactively handles SQL plan issues that can cause application errors or slow down the response time. In Oracle Database 23c, we're enhancing the way that we create materialized views. We're using machine learning to allow us to make better recommendations with materialized views that we automatically generate on your behalf. The underlying machine learning framework better understands the benefits that materialized views might make for your analytical workloads, but also it understands the burden it might place on the database to maintain those materialized views. As with all of our autonomous features, we allow you to automatically or manually accept the changes that it recommends. Oracle SQL Firewall is an easy-to-use firewall solution with minimal performance and operational overhead. It's built into the database, ensuring that it cannot be bypassed. And it offers real-time protection against common database attacks by monitoring and blocking unauthorized SQL and SQL injection attacks. SQL Firewall can also use session context data, such as IP addresses, for its enforcement. Transport Layer Security, TLS, is used to secure data in transit from the database server. TLS 1.3 enables faster handshake and connection to the database. In addition, it implements encryption, authentication, and integrity for data in transit. Oracle Database 23c offers Azure Active Directory OAuth 2 integration, which will enable customers to more easily connect their Azure applications to Oracle databases and simplify multi-cloud database access. In addition to automation and security, we also focus on some other areas that DBAs spend a fair amount of time on: manageability, performance, and security. For example, Kubernetes is a key component of many organizations' enterprise architectures. Oracle offers support for customers wishing to run this container-focused architecture. We have an operator that makes it easy to deploy, create, and manage instances, and we're improving that experience by adding real application cluster support for Kubernetes and Podman. Now let's take a look at a few more of the key enhancements in these focus areas. Resource management in Oracle Database has allowed DBAs to define policies that ensure the fair utilization of database resources. However, prior to Oracle Database 23c, it's complex to ensure the fair utilization of resources such as CPU at the operating system level. In Oracle Database 23c, we've introduced the support for inter-database resource management, making it simpler than ever to consolidate databases onto a single server. One of the problems that DBAs often face is when a transaction blocks access to a row. This can lead to lengthy application outages and typically requires the hands-on involvement of the DBA. In Oracle Database 23c, users can now enable functionality that automatically aborts lower priority transactions that are blocking higher priority transactions. To maintain data integrity, locking data either explicitly or implicitly is one of the most important characteristics of databases. However, it's possible that it can become obstructive to business operations if the data is highly contended or blocked by long-running transactions. In Oracle Database 23c, we support lock-free column value reservations, also referred to as escrow locking. This allows developers to create rules as to when data rows need to be locked. For example, When stock levels are running low, data is locked only at commit time and potentially improves the end user experience and indeed the throughput of the transactions. One of Oracle Database 21c's high availability features was the ability to use Oracle Data Guard to protect individual pluggable databases rather than the full container. This allows an individual pluggable database to be failed over to a standby, rather than having to fail over the entire container database, which can take a longer time. In Oracle Database 23c, we now allow the standby pluggable database to be open read-only, greatly increasing the flexibility and architecture and allows the use case such as the offloading of reporting. Global scale distributed workloads demand very extreme scalability and availability. We introduced sharding in Oracle Database 12c Release 2. The advantage that it provides is that the concept of sharding is baked directly into the database. It makes it really easy to manage solutions either for scalability or for global distribution. In Oracle Database 23c, we've added new functionality to make the creation and management of replicas much simpler. And just as important, the new functionality makes the failover to the replica much faster. We also added directory-based sharding, which is a new type of user-defined sharding method that helps you to shard data where there are fewer numbers of distinct shard value keys to be used. Now let's take a really quick look at the upgrade path to Oracle Database 23c. To upgrade directly to 23c, you'll need to be either on 19c or 21c of Oracle Database. If you're on an earlier release of the database, you'll need to upgrade first to one of these releases. The good news is that it's never been easier to upgrade the Oracle database. We have optimized many of the time-consuming steps needed to upgrade the database, such as time zone updates. There's also the popular auto upgrade utility that will walk you through all of the steps necessary to upgrade your database. It flags any issues before upgrades, performs the upgrades, and then it'll run any post-upgrade actions. Finally, it'll verify that the upgrade was successful. It can also be run against multiple databases at the same time, and it's worth pointing out that you can use the same tool to upgrade Oracle Database 12c Release 2 and 18c to Oracle Database 19c, and then onto 23c. Now, we understand planning the upgrades of hundreds or even thousands of databases can be very challenging. It's likely to touch many critical systems within an organization. To help ensure that you have plenty of time to plan and implement your upgrade, we're pleased to waive the first year of extended support fee uplift for Oracle Database 19c. This will allow customers to a lot more time to test and perform their upgrade to 23c without incurring the higher cost of extended support. So that's a very quick rundown of just some of the features in Oracle Database 23c. I hope you learned some useful information about this next long-term support release of the Oracle database. We truly believe that Oracle Database 23c delivers on our vision of creating the very best converged database in the industry by making it simpler to develop and run modern operational and analytical apps at any scale or criticality. The Oracle database is built for the developer, whether you're looking to build applications for operational systems with millions of connected users, or whether you're looking to build data warehouses, data lakes, or data lakehouses designed to process billions of rows. The Oracle database makes it simple for developers to build secure and highly available applications, regardless of the model or design approach being used. By the way, we offer many free resources for you to try Oracle Database, both in the cloud and on premises. Please check them out. And thank you for your time.